Guys, I'm Ben with Truck Slider Warehouse. I'm here with Dan today from Great Lakes Glass. He's the senior technician there, and we're going to give you some tips and tricks on how to install this slider in your late model Dodge Ram pickup truck. This is a flush fit part. It's an aftermarket privacy slider made by C.R. Lawrence. This would be a great addition to your truck. You'll be very happy with this. The other videos on our website are going to show you some tips and some installation procedures on how to install the actual glass with the urethane and the primers and where they go. On that installation video, we're doing one on a Chevy Colorado, but the procedure is exactly the same. What we're here to do today is tell you some procedures specific to this truck, to your Dodge Ram truck, in order to get this slider replaced for it. Now, Dan, if I have a flat window in my truck now, or if I have a slider or a power slider, does any of that matter? Will this window fit?
No, that'll fit.
If I have a standard cab or a quad cab,
it's all the same.
Mega cab, all the same.
Yep.
Okay, this is good news. So if I have a power slider right now and I don't want to replace it with another new unit that's going to cost me $600 or $800, I could put this manual slider in it for a fraction of the price.
Correct.
And this is something I can do at home.
Yep.
Great. So on the website and on the other videos, we talk about different tools that we have for sale. We have a spool of wire, we have a pull knife. Which one of these methods should I use for this truck?
I prefer the wire method. Basically what you're going to do is there's a wire feed tool such as this that you stick from the inside to come out the bottom. Little hole in here, you put the wire in, pull it back through. Now if you don't have one of these tools, the flat nose screwdriver would work fine. Make a loop in one of the wires, push it through, then stick your other wire through here, pulling it through so you can get it right through to the inside.
So at that point, what you're telling me is I'll have one end of the wire on the inside of the truck and one on the outside?
One will be in the outside like this, and the other one would be in the inside.
And I should have a buddy with me to help me on this?
Always works better with two people.
That's great. And then what do I do now?
What you're doing is just kind of pulling back and forth. You can put a vice grips on each end or a screwdriver or something, and you just work together pulling until you come all the way around, pulling it back and forth to go all the way around the window.
And that'll cut that window all the way out of that vehicle for me?
Yep.
Am I going to do damage to my truck?
As long as you're careful and watch what you're doing, you'll be just fine.
That wire is a pretty foolproof method, though.
Yes, it works very well. That's why I suggest it for people that don't do this every day.
And body shops and salvage yards have been using that method for years.
Correct.
That's great. So once I have this slider out, the other videos will take over at that point basically for where the urethane, how that's set in there, and the primer, and anything else. Dan, is there any other tips or tricks that you'd want to share with everybody on this particular late model Dodge Ram slider?
No, it's pretty simple. Once you get the window at all, everything is right there. It's not a very hard window at all. What
about the interior? Any of the interior have to come out on this?
Not in this one, no.
Now, what if I have a power slider? If I have to pull the power slider out, do I have to remove some of that mechanism?
On the power slider, there's actually two cables on each side that you would have to remove, and there's just a Phillips screw on each one. Just pull those out, and then those cables will pop right out. And what you need to do is just tuck them behind the interior. You won't ever see them again, and then you can reinstall this one.
So the motor and the cables would stay with the truck in case at a later date maybe I or the next owner would want to replace that with a power slider?
Yep.
And then I just put this slider in just like any other truck?
Yep.
That's great. Okay, Dan, now I have it to this point. I have my old slider removed. I have the urethane trimmed down. Everything's ready to go. What am I going to use to put this in? I use butyl tape, or do I use urethane?
Use urethane for this.
Okay, and we sell this urethane on the website. You can buy it from us. You can also get it from a local auto parts store. 3M makes a very popular product called Window Weld. It's a little bit gooier than this product. It may not work as well. And they charge usually about $20 or $25 a tube for that. We sell it for considerably less on the website, and this is a commercial grade product. This is what we use, Dan uses every day to put glass in vehicles. It's a great product. So Dan, can you show me now, once I'm ready to put the urethane on, exactly where do I put the urethane on this slider?
Just look at the metal frame all the way around. Make sure you go to the outside of these tabs, and don't go and look at the frame part of the slide of the centerpiece, but you want to make sure you're on the metal frame all the way around in a nice solid bead.
Great. So once I've got the urethane on there and my buddy and I put this part in the truck, What am I going to do then? Do I have to use some tape? I see some tabs here. What
Yep.
do I do with this?
What you want to do is just put some tape to begin with, just to make sure it's secure on each 4 corners. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And then go on the inside, get your flathead screwdriver again, putting it on these tabs and bending it around the pinch weld into securing it to the body.
That sounds great. And then, so while that's curing, what do I need to do? Is there anything I need to look out for or wait for while that's curing? How long should it take?
Typically, it takes about an hour for it to cure. That's most urethanes. Always make sure you refer to the urethane you're using and check the drive away time. And then also for about 48 hours, you don't want to take the tape off or drive with any windows open on your vehicle.
That sounds great. Okay guys, so there's some tips and tricks on how to install this slider into your late model Dodge pickup truck. This will help you with this model specifically to put it in. Like I said, check out the other video for the procedural items like that. But otherwise, this is for a Dodge itself. If you run into problems during the installation, feel free to call us. Dan's on staff to answer your questions. We have other technicians there that can help you. We have an installer line where you can call if you get tied up during the installation or beforehand. If you just have general questions, call us. We'll be happy to work you through it. If you don't feel like your mechanical abilities are maybe up to par on this and you're not able to put this into your Dodge truck, you can find a local auto glass shop. Typically they'll put this in for $100 or less. If you can't find a local shop to do it, give us a call. We work with a national network of auto glass installers that'd be happy to put this in your truck for around $100 or less. But there's no reason to pay an auto glass shop full retail on this product when you can either do it yourself or just pay them just the labor to get it in and purchase it from us at a wholesale price from our warehouse pricing. So, anything else we need to know on this one, Dan?
Yeah, everything seems to be good here.
And that's how to put a slider in your late model Dodge pickup. Thanks for watching.